Hello, Christina's World Kitchen. I'm Christina Martinez-Williams, and I am going to make some amazingly delicious Jamaican style hamburgers, and we are going to have a coconut lime sauce to go on top of them once they're cooked. I have the oven preheated to 425 degrees. I have 2 pounds of ground beef that I'm going to mix with a bunch of different spices and a couple of other ingredients. And this is gonna be super simple, but you're gonna make your own hamburger patties, Jamaican style. So, this is, there we go, these are ready to go. So I'm gonna mix it with 2 eggs, beaten eggs. Tell me where you're watching from. Thumbs up, hearts, share this video. You are gonna want to try this. And I want to know who likes Jamaican food. If you like Jamaican food, put like it in the comments. If you've never had it, put never had it in the comments. If you could leave it, leave it in the comments. So Jamaican, one of my favorite dishes of Jamaican, which maybe I should make, is jerk style, like a Jamaican jerk chicken, or like cabbage. Oh, there's so many good Jamaican dishes that I have not made. So that would be another one. This is like inspired by Jamaican food. This is Jamaican style, Christina's version of Jamaican style food, but of a hamburger. So it's like a fusion style. So I just want to get this egg really well mixed in here. And tell me where you're watching from. Thumbs up, heart, share this video. You do need to try it. All right, now I have a cup of shredded mozzarella cheese. You can use, I think this is probably the best cheese for this recipe. But if you don't have mozzarella cheese, you could use another type of shredded cheese. We were finishing thawing some of the meat out, and so we're adding it, and I'll mix it with the rest of what's here so that it also gets some egg goodness to it and some cheese goodness to it. I guess if you would want to, you could make these into like meatballs instead of hamburger patties. So that's up to you. Tell me what you would do if you would do meatballs or hamburger patties. We're using hamburger patties, but you could do meatballs. You can combine this with whatever makes sense. There's a lot of like, what do you call it, like boiled cabbage in Jamaican food. That would be really good. We're actually just doing something that's maybe not the like ideal combination, but we are going to roast some sticks of zucchini. So super simple dinner with that. Now I have that all mixed. Now I'm going to add my seasoning, and I'm going to add a teaspoon of thyme. Now if you have thyme that is like leaves, that's going to be best. This is powder, and I'm going to use a little less because it's potent being powder. And then I'm going to use I'm going to mix that a little bit because it's so potent, this thyme. And I want it to be well combined in this. Now I'm going to add dill. I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of dill weed. Yum, 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 yum. I'm going to add 1, I'm going to mix it, and then I'm going to add 2 and mix it so that it gets well incorporated into all of this ground beef, this dill. Now I'm going to add the 2nd teaspoon of dill. Tell me, here we went on a hike today. It was 64 degrees outside. I was sweating, and I had a short sleeve shirt on and had to raise up my leggings so that I wouldn't be so hot. Because it was so beautiful out. But once we got like down to the river and the snow that was around the river, it was really cold. It was like 10-degree difference within a little bit higher up and a little bit lower down, like within maybe 20 feet, which was really fun to experience. All right, that's our 2 teaspoons of dill weed. Now we're gonna add 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. You're good. 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. We have 2 more spices after this. And then, Mom, yes, could you get me a bowl to mix all of these in, please?
Small.
Yeah. So 2 teaspoons, I'm gonna do 1 at a time and mix it in. And let me get that going. 1 more teaspoon of garlic powder. And then mix, 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 mix. That's the hardest part of this recipe is that, I mean, you're gonna get muscles just by making this recipe because you have to move this heavy ground beef around. Now 2 teaspoons of pink salt, one at a time. Ready.
Do you want the skin off of this?
Skin off of what? Oh, I don't, no, that's fine. You don't need to take the skin off. All right, next one of pink salt. Pink salt, tell me where you're watching from. If you like Jamaican food, put like it in the comments. If you never had Jamaican food, put never had it in the comments. If you would leave Jamaican food, put leave it in the comments. I would love to know. And if you have been to Jamaica, put been there in the comments. If you have never been to Jamaica, put not been in the comments. I was thinking because I already said put never had it if you haven't had the food before. I have been to Jamaica. It was a long time ago. I actually don't remember how old I was. Maybe my mom would. So now it's 2 teaspoons of paprika, which we may or may not have the full amount of, but we're going to use what we have. So 2 teaspoons, mix.
There's another one there.
I know. I'm doing one at a time. So 2 teaspoons of paprika. Renee, hello. You've not been to Jamaica, but you're an islander and you love Jamaican food. Yes. You are an islander. And I don't know why I forget, Renee, where you are from. If it's the Virgin Islands, if it's Barbados, if it's which Caribbean island are you from, Renee? Please tell me in the comments and I will do my very best to not forget again where you are from. Okay, now, my second of paprika. Just gonna get out this last little bit, and then I'm going to get out this little bit. We have a bunch of spices that we're almost out of. This one we had enough, more than enough of paprika. All right, now we are done with all of the seasoning. So now all we need to do is make our hamburger patties or our meatballs. Tell me in the comments, would you make meatballs or patties for this Jamaican style hamburger? I'm saying that it's Jamaican style hamburgers, but you could make them into meatballs if you prefer. And then we're gonna make the sauce. So you're gonna make this into a patty, just like you would make a normal patty, a hamburger patty. I'm crunched on time, so I'm gonna have my mom help with that, but I'm gonna make the sauce really quick so you know how to do that. And for the sauce, and we're gonna bake those at 15 minutes. You can turn them, you just wanna make sure they're cooked. It's 425 degrees. This is 1 cup of sour cream. 1 cup of sour cream. This is a coconut lime sauce. Coconut lime sauce. Oh my goodness. I mean, you can use whatever sauce you want on top of these, but I love coconut and lime together. Now we're going to use half a cup of coconut milk. This is like the thick coconut milk from the can. If you don't have that and you only have a carton, that's fine too. And then we're going to use 1 tablespoon of lime juice. You can use fresh or like this, 100% concentrate. And we have 1 more ingredient for our sauce, and that is brown sweetener. I'm using Swerve, which is allulose. They changed their formula, which is awesome. So this little guy is 1/8 of a cup, so 2 tablespoons. Now all we gotta do is mix this together, and we have a sweet coconut lime sauce that will you can drizzle on your burger. Hi, the local social. Hello. And Virgin Islands. No, St. Croix. Oh, I wasn't even, in the Virgin Islands. Okay, I was kind of correct. Awesome, Renee. All right, this is it. Now, you're just gonna mix this till it's well combined, and you have a sauce that you get to put on top of your Jamaican style burgers. So give these a try, and let me know what you think. From my house to your kitchen, well, her house, global flavors and healthy plates from around the world. Bye.